I'm so powerful or whatever, and he's like, why don't you come over here and suck my tongue? Which
John Travolta saying that? No, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage says that to the flight attendant, and then she does it, but it's like weird.
Welcome to the Love, Hate, Laugh Show.
All right, so Paul, do you have any like a love?
Do I ever?
Love it, hate it?
Do I ever?
By
All
chance?
right. So let me pull everything up. Welcome to Love It or Hate It, Airplane Edition.
Ooh.
So in this segment, we're going to look at a couple famous airplane movies, and we've got our paddles, I guess, and we're gonna say whether we love it or hate it, and have some fun with it.
All
you
right.
guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I picked out some that everybody should know, but if you don't know, I have a little descriptor that I did not type out. I copied and pasted from online because I did this at
From
work.
online. I like that.
From online.
You went on the line?
On the line,
Yeah,
on the
nice,
line.
Nice.
So
It's
first
a good place to
one,
find stuff.
Final Destination. So I'll just, you guys can think about what you want to do, but so talk about fear. The Final Destination franchise has gone down the drain like nearly every horror franchise.
Wow.
But the but the 2000 original remains a chilling and fairly inventive spin on the concept of fate. The concept of avoiding a catastrophic plane crash through a timely premonition is scary enough, let alone the idea of the Grim Reaper coming back to even the score. So let's start with Dan. Do you love this movie? Hate it?
I don't think I've seen it, so I'm going to love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
You're giving it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the review is pretty good.
Yeah.
You
It
know
was
what's
the voice.
up.
It was the voice.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sold it. I sold it.
Sure.
Eliza.
I will say love it because isn't Final Destination the one with the logging truck?
2.
That's
Final
two.
Destination 2.
Destination
Okay,
2.
it's still in the franchise.
Yeah, this was the plane.
Right.
This is the
Okay,
first one,
the plane. Right. But I'm just saying, the logging truck, I think about that every single time
my
I
God.
see one. Like today, I saw a tweet from someone I know who was like, we just saw someone get Final Destination with, and like, I guess the people were okay, but they're behind like a log truck and they fell out. Like, and so it's like, if anything that could be that indelible, I think.
For those of you, and I don't think Dan knows what we're talking
Oh,
about.
sorry.
Basically, the thing you always think of when you see a logging truck of like, what if those chains broke and then a log fell off? This one, it falls off and then bounces up and a car drives straight into it and it just decapitates somebody.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that. I think
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
And it was like, yep, we all wanted to see that. That's the thing we all wanted to see. No one would admit that that's what they wanted to see, but we all wanted to.
So 20 years later, everyone sees a logging truck and they're like, I'm not getting behind that.
Yeah, I'm like, do I pass it really quickly or do I just slow?
Yeah,
I'm
do I
like,
get in the
so
other lane? Exactly. So a mark on culture.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
I'm gonna say love it. A couple of Final Destination 3 people hated it, but something cool about the DVD, or there was a certain DVD that you could get that was a choose your own adventure with the DVD remote, so you could make decisions, and they had actually filmed each one, and you'd like die sooner or make it through the whole plot. That was like a really cool thing.
Was 3 the roller coaster? Okay.
It's the roller coaster one. And I mean, the whole thing is it's like an event happens. Somebody saves all of their friends because they see it, but then death is chasing them. So then there's like all these moments where it's like shots of like, I don't know, someone's like getting ready for a shower and you're just like, how are they going to die?
Are they going to drown? Are they going to slip?
And like you see like electric, like, or you'll see like water heading towards like an electrical thing. And then maybe it'll like veer off and you're like, oh, it's not like that. It's like this fun, like, I don't know how he's going to die. It's a fun, fun thing. And just shout out to the last one. I don't even remember which one it is, but they really put a nice button, like they like full circle it in a really cool way. If you've seen all of them. So if you watch all of them, the last one does a nice full circle moment, with a bunch of callbacks to all of them. And they did a good job, I thought. So love it.
Nice.
Nick?
I'm going to go hate it. I've
All
never
right.
seen it. I don't really like horror movies, so I'm
Were
assuming
you
I
even
wouldn't
born
like
yet?
it. In 2000?
I'm just
Yes.
fucking with you, dude.
He is a millennial, technically.
No, but I was a little kid. I was like 6.
You've had 3 years to watch it.
Yeah, and if it didn't happen in those 23 years, then it's a wrap. I
And
ain't
fair.
seeing that shit.
The cover is such a like that era.
It looks
scary
Totally.
movie.
It looks
Yeah.
like an album that I
like
wouldn't want
you
to
could
listen
just put
to.
the word "scream" above it, and it
Would totally
everyone
fit.
would be like,
Yeah.
"Yep, that's it."
Yeah, I'm not a horror movie guy, so I feel like I would just be like, I don't know. I don't like being scared, and also, like, to me, it's, like, really corny. Like, almost every horror movie is corny that I've seen, so I, like, hate it from two different angles. So
You are a pretty dedicated hater, and I love that about you.
yeah, I know what I like, and I know what I don't.
I like it.
I hate movies.
What about you, Paul?
I will say I loved it because I'm a big horror fan, and I like the cheesiness of the horror too.
Yeah.
And also this started Devon Sawa, who was quite the
Oh,
heartthrob back in
yeah.
the late '90s, early 2000s. So
And
that's
Sean
pretty
William
cool.
Scott.
And Sean William Scott, and it's just kind of a throwback to when I was younger. So, are ready for the next one?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so Con Air,
Oh.
a classic airplane movie. So think about what you want to say. I'll just go ahead and read this. So Nicolas Cage has been a celebrated oddball for so long that it's easy to forget he was once the biggest action star in the world. While guys like Schwarzenegger and Stallone are fading, Cage was ripping off classics like The Rock, Face Off, and of course the ridiculously cool Con Air. Cage plays Cameron Poe, an Army Ranger who goes to prison for manslaughter and has his freedom delayed when fellow inmates take control of the plane. Let's start with Eliza.
I guess I'll say I haven't seen it, so I'll say
What?
hate. I know. Like, and I love Nicolas Cage, and like, if you look, that is Nicolas Cage at his most insane.
Mm-hmm.
Just except for like now,
No.
but like back then, his most insane with the hair, and like he was on a roll. But it's just not my thing. I don't know. Sounds fun though.
It's Anyway,
Love it. Oh my god, this movie is so good. I love this movie. It's great. Also, little Easter egg in this one. Dave Chappelle's in this movie.
Really?
And he dies by he's like chasing after the plane and tries to get on the plane, and he gets stuck in the in the like
the
wheels
Oh,
thing.
no.
And then at a certain point, this is an old movie, they write a message on him, on his body, and then throw it off the plane. And then that message gets to the FBI agents that are chasing him.
Forgot about that.
The worst-
Yeah,
The worst day of that FBI agent's job. He's like, I can't believe I have to read a note on a dead guy.
I just don't know if the body would survive a free fall to the ground into the desert.
science was not part of this movie.
It's true.
No.
And it's just like a very fake looking, definitely a dummy that's falling. But yeah, and John Malkovich is also in this movie.
Oh, love John Malkovich.
I feel like Ving Rhames is in it.
There's so many
and
great people. in it.
Buscemi's in it.
Buscemi's in
Yeah.
it. Plays
Yeah.
this super creepy dude.
Yeah.
It's and then for some reason just ends in Las Vegas because of course you know they need to drive a plane into some lights for the stunning conclusion. And then also he has like a weird unplaceable Southern accent, like a weird Southern.
Cage does?
Nick Cage does. Yeah. It's like
He just likes what weird accent can I use in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And I respect it.
I love John Cusack. He doesn't have
oh, and then
to
John
Oh,
Cusack
yeah.
He
is
doesn't
the
have to do
FBI
it.
agent.
So many good
Yeah.
people in here.
Yeah. You think Nick Cage just like his character landed in Vegas in this, and then that was leaving Las Vegas? Like that's
Yeah,
what he did.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
That's
every
how-
single
I'm
one
gonna
is
tie it
looped.
together like that.
What if we
you
could
know?
take all the Nick Cage movies and create a timeline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same
Ooh.
character.
We could
do a whole
from
podcast
start
of
to
that.
finish. Oh, that.
Where we link
Yeah,
each.
we're
Yeah?
on it. Yeah,
We're on
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick, what do you think?
I'm gonna go love it. I
All
haven't
right.
seen this either.
Oh,
I haven't
man.
seen any movies.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll find one that I have seen, and it'll be a
Well,
wonderful day.
I'm
choice.
hoping one's going to be on this list.
But it sounds great. It sounds like a dumb '90s action movie.
It is.
full of ridiculousness, and I do like a dumb action movie.
You would like
That's
this
kind of
one.
my speed, is a dumb action movie.
Yeah. It's always funny how they. Oh, are you done?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Get it.
Go
No,
for
you-
it.
it's
Get
a
in there.
podcast.
I'm gonna say I love it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick love it over hate it, but it's also funny how they try and make these. There's criminals that are noble, you know.
Yep.
So it's like, well, you're gonna have, we have the rapist and the child, whatever, and those people are bad, but we're all good because we're not that.
Yeah.
It was a real
Yeah.
'90s thing for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was
The
so
anti-hero.
blatantly it was just
Because he gets in some weird bar fight, and he just got out of the army, and he's going to see his baby girl or whatever. like this weird accent.
girl.
Yeah.
Girl. He's gonna give her this bunny, this like stuffed bunny that he bought at the consummary
Yeah.
prison. That's
Why
a
do they have
thing.
stuffed animals?
To give to their baby
Yeah.
girls.
Put some money on my books. I need a bunny.
it's like that song. Is it "Stay in the Truck"? Have you heard that song?
No, it sounds familiar though. I think I have, yes, but I don't know it. What is it?
Oh, this guy meets a woman, and then it's a country song. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Stay in the truck.
Yeah.
I thought it was ska.
You know, I think it was first. It was redone like Tracy Chapman's Fast Car. No, but it was "Stay in the." Tracy Chapman's version is much better. But no, "Stay in the Truck." He's like, it's some woman who's getting beat up by her boyfriend, whatever, and then this guy finds out, so he goes to her house, and then he tells her to stay in the truck, and then he goes and kills that guy, and then he just waits to get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's
That
like
sounds
the
like a
guy
nice-
you're
Totally
talking
a
about,
stay in the
the
truck.
Yeah.
90s
Yeah.
guy in
Yep.
jail but a hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where
that
it's like
noble-
he killed somebody,
Like a rebel.
but it was a bad
but,
guy.
yeah.
it was for a good cause.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
No, that's it.
Dexter.
Yep.
That's
Second
kind of
Dexter
that's kind of
reference.
what his is, and he like serves his time and like helps out some other prisoners and doesn't want to be a part of this whole thing. Yeah, he's like it. I think there's the line about like his arms are registered weapons because he's trained.
Oh, is that in this movie?
I believe so.
I have to watch this movie now. That's
You have
awesome.
to. You have to.
And it's a fight in the rain, of course.
Yeah.
Because they take it outside, and he's like, I don't want to cause any trouble. And then these guys are like, they pull a knife, and he was like, uh-oh, and then he kills both of them and goes to prison.
I don't want to cause any trouble. Let's go out.
I wish I really knew lines. I just know that he does this weird southern.
I will say, I think this is the movie with one of my favorite lines in all movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Mm.
I think that's what this movie.
Nope, that's Face Off.
Oh, that's Face Off. Never mind.
Mhm.
It's still a great line.
I'm pretty sure
Th-
that's.
and I don't know
Face
what
Off.
it means. It's just captivating to
Yeah.
me.
There's
so-
course you
also a
don't know
line
what
where
that
he
means.
tells this girl. My favorite line from Face Off. It just baffles me. He's like trying to. You should see Face Off. By the way, if you haven't seen it, that's another one of these kind of movies. But he plays like a bad guy, and then him and John Travolta switch, and they're just
A deep fake.
yeah, they're kind
It's
of
a
this
deep
old
fake.
deep
It's a
fake.
mask switch.
But
Yeah.
they're trying to.
They knew
Yeah.
it before you did.
Yeah. But they're trying to like paint him as like this shitty guy, and he asks the flight attendant. He's like, I'm so powerful or whatever, and he's like, why don't you come over here and suck my tongue? Which
John Travolta
it's-
saying that? No, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage says that to the flight attendant, and then she does it. But it's like weird.
Then she does it, of course.
Super weird.
She's expecting
Suck
suck my
my
dick, and she was like,
tongue.
"Suck my." I can do
Okay.
that. I can do that.
I mean,
Okay.
that's better than
Fine.
sucking your dick. I
Yeah,
guess I'll go for it.
it. Those are my options.
Yeah. Like, she's like, well,
Well, you
I
forced me
guess
to make a
it could be
choice.
worse.
Yeah, lesser of
Yeah.
two evils.
Quick question: has any one of you sucked or had your tongue sucked?
Yeah.
Have you gotten your tongue sucked before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah.
You just stuck it out, and they were just like,
Well, it was in
No,
the
not in that
course
context.
of
like
other.
you laid back. And
I wasn't
stuck
on a
your
plane.
tongue out.
I was. As a stewardess, Nicolas Cage is there.
Yeah, as a stewardess. Suck my tongue. Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the next one. Snakes on a plane. So FBI agent Neville Flynn boards a flight to Hawaii to Los Angeles, escorting a witness on trial. And an onboard assassin releases a crate of deadly serpents in an attempt to kill the witness. Flynn and a host of frightened passengers and crew must band together to survive the slithery threat. So let's start with Bjorn.
Love it. Big fan. This movie is terrible. Nick, don't see it. You will hate it. It's fully like, it was just that era of like ridiculousness of like Sharknado, and then they got this like big land with Samuel L. Jackson. All the snakes are just terrible CGI. And it just does all of it's purely fan service. It was that era of just like almost like it was written by people online. We're like, hey, what if this happens? And they're like, yep, all right, we'll put that in the movie. And then it's like, what if this happens? It's like snakes in the toilet. Yep, got them. Like any of that, like, I don't know. Is there an anaconda? Yep, we got the anaconda in there. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And it's just, I don't know. It's scene forward. So it's like the whole thing is just like, let's do stuff people want to see. And the whole plot doesn't really matter because it's just like, I want to see a snake eat someone this way. I want to see, like someone, I think a snake goes down their throat. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, there's a whole bunch. I loved it. Big fan.
Nice. Although I secretly think a snake's going to come up and bite my ass anytime I'm taking a poo.
Yep, same.
So that's
and Eliza doesn't believe it, and I sent her a TikTok video that you're gonna have fun watching if you haven't.
Believe it was so prevalent. That's all.
This lady just losing her goddamn mind because she's like, I peed on it and everything, and there's a snake in the toilet, and I'm like, yep.
That was right in Gresham.
Yeah, it was in Gresham too. I think it was Gresham. Yes,
it was Gresham. It was a Gresham garter snake.
That means it's a garter snake on cocaine.
Yeah. Nick,
or fentanyl.
What do you think?
Bjorn told me not to see it. I haven't seen this one either. I'm gonna go love it because it actually sounds like many of the things I do like in a movie, which is stupidity.
Okay.
I like dumb shit.
Yeah.
That's like some of my favorite shit. Yeah, I've heard the only quote from this movie, which is something about I've had it with the motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Yeah.
And that sounds funny.
It
sounds funny.
And that's the only line he has in the movie. He just keeps repeating it.
I think
So
it's the
that's
only
why-
line he has in about half of his movies.
That was like that fan service thing. I'm pretty sure they filmed that scene later because people were like, he better say,
You better say motherfucker.
I'm sick, because he would always say like motherfucker all the time, and they had to film that later. I'm pretty sure that was like
Sounds right.
they put it in their
That makes
post
sense.
because everyone online wanted. This is like a movie that was like written by people online. Is
Mhm.
kind of what it.
Yeah,
It's pure fan service.
Kind of sounds fantastic.
Okay.
It doesn't sound like it would be, like it wouldn't make you think, but it sounds funny.
Well, Bjorn got a snake phobia from it.
No, I had it
But were you-
before. I had it before.
And what's the number of snakes to make it too many? That's the question I have.
One
Is one too
It
many?
depends on where you are.
Okay. Because like 10's okay, but
if
11,
I'm like
that's
in
too
the
many.
great outdoors where there's lots of room for me and the snakes,
Yeah.
then I'm fine to
But on a
see
plane.
snake.
On a plane.
On a plane, I don't really want them there.
Okay, so zeros.
Zeros seems
okay,
like a
zeros
You
the
see
right
somebody
number.
with like
Zero's
with
an
a carrier.
ideal number.
You see someone with a carrier, and you're like, "What kind of puppy is in there?" And it's just a snake. You're like,
Just like this. I'm less concerned about the snake. I'm much more concerned
About
about a
the
person with an animal carrier that has a snake
"Ooh,
that needed to take it on
an
vacation.
emotional
support
snake.
snake." Yeah.
Yeah, that's a psycho. That he's gonna be a problem. And it's a guy.
Wearing jorts. Always wearing jorts.
Yeah, no, that's a dude, and yeah,
Would it be-
he's
or-
gonna end up in the prison with Nick Cage, and he's not gonna
Again,
get
there's
to
a
escape with the
story.
good guys.
There's a line through all these movies.
Yeah, that's
Is it
one of the
snakes?
bad guys in the jail.
Dan, what do you think?
Oh, I've never seen it, so I'm gonna hate it. I hate that I'm not in on the joke, but I feel like I've seen the trailer enough.
That's all you need.
That's all
and
you-
I feel
that-
like
the trailer is the movie.
so.
It's just a short
yeah.
version of the movie, honestly.
I'm also mad I've never seen a snake on a plane. To be honest, like
Like all the hype, you think there'd be more
Yeah.
snakes.
Yeah.
it would be like, I mean, don't you think then people would really lose their minds on a plane? Like, like, do you know how many people would be quoting that movie? Like all of a sudden, everybody would think they're so original.
Yeah, the first guy to say it would just stand up like he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
You mean the guy next to him and repeat it louder?
Yeah, you're right. There'd be a guy that's like,
Is it?
dude, I just faintly heard that from one corner. Let me see if I can get all the points for that at the other corner of the plane.
It's like retweeting.
Isn't there a snake on the plane in the opening scene of Indiana Jones?
Probably
I'm
because
pretty sure.
the whole thing
And then
with
he's like,
Indiana
"Oh, that's
Jones
my
is he
pet."
hates snakes.
And his like he's like escaping from the native people, and then he gets
the
on a
first one?
biplane. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
That's
"Oh my
right.
God, a snake!" And he like freaks out.
Yeah, that's like the whole trope with him. Is
And the
he's
guy
such
is
a
like,
tough guy, but he
"But
fucking freaks out
snakes."
about snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they're lucky Indiana Jones didn't use that name
Yeah.
to call their movie Snake on a Plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Just one snake.
Sorry.
Random pull. All right, Eliza. Did
I
you-
will say love it because, and I agree like with Bjorn because it's like you couldn't make a movie like that today. A movie has to be like focus group to death, and you know what I mean. But it's just like a bunch of people throwing shit at the wall to see what would stick, and everyone was like, and everyone knew. No one expected high art from this. Everyone expected snakes on a
Yeah.
plane and Samuel L. Jackson cussing about it. Like that was what you wanted from it. That's what you got from it. It's
This is in
perfect.
the era of like Crank.
Or yeah, I was gonna say like cracks.com.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
see Crank. That was a goofy ass movie.
Just like or Shoot 'em Up. Do you guys remember Shoot 'em Up?
Oh, I like
No.
Shoot 'em Up.
It's oh God, what's the actor's name? In it?
Nicolas Cage,
No,
Is that the one in
no.
Jason
Reno?
Statham?
And it has
Vin
It,
Diesel.
the whole plot of the movie
The Rock.
is they wanted to make a movie
Name
where there's
bald
the
guys
most
until we hit it.
killing. So he kills the most people of that time that had ever been murdered in a movie. It's kind of like pre-John Wick kind of thing, where this guy is just mowing down just hundreds and hundreds of guys holding a baby. The whole movie, he has
Amazing.
a baby. This like
Amazing.
this
'Cause he's nurturing.
this sex worker has a baby, and it's like this silent guy, and he just runs around. I can't think of his name. He was also in Sin City as well. But it is an absolutely ridiculous movie, and it just goes on, and it's all shooting scenes. The whole movie is Clive Owen. Yeah, Clive
Oh,
Owen,
yeah.
and he just is holding a baby and killing people with guns. That's the whole movie.
Yep, I
That is
remember
the
that.
entire movie. It's like 2 hours of that. Same era of like just like what if we did? It's like this very simple concept. It almost gets boring, honestly. You're like,
Almost.
okay, I
Yeah.
get it.
The baby's fine. I'm gonna have the baby.
Anyway,
Yeah.
was this the last one?
yeah. We're one more. Did we do? Did
Yes.
we go? Okay.
Yeah.
Airplane.
Oh,
We
yeah.
knew it was coming, so how could we make a list of airplane movies and not pull the one called Airplane at the top? The groundbreaking parody of the Airport series made stars of its 3 directors, Jim Abrams, Jerry Zucker, and David Zucker, and popularized a form of comedy that hadn't really existed on the big screen up to that point. It also transformed Leslie Nielsen from a journeyman dramatist to a movie star for the next decade to come. So Airplane, start with
Eliza.
Eliza.
Love it. Shirley, you can't be serious. Don't call me Shirley. Like, this is my family. We love this movie. Like, we love like the parodies, the satires. So just a classic, an absolute classic. Love.
Love it. Oh my God, so many things like the Hare Krishnas in the beginning. I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the. That's so funny. Like, there's so much. This was like the era of like, and this is before people really rewatch stuff. But like, you can watch stuff, and there's jokes on layers on. There's jokes happening in the background as well as in the dialogue. There's so it's like so joke dense. I loved these kind of movies. I mean, like, I loved the Naked Guns and like
Oh my God, Naked
all
Gun.
of those
Yeah.
movies. Like,
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of spoofs.
But, like the
I saw
one where he,
Spy
like, gets
Hard
a
in
giant
the
condom.
theater.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
giant condoms,
Yeah.
like using protection.
Yeah.
Like, I was
With Priscilla
a
Presley.
big fan of all these, and
Yeah.
I remember renting this from the library
Nice.
On a
lot.
VHS
on
tape.
a VHS, 100%.
You would get it for a week.
Check it out from the library. Yeah, and I'd watch it over and over and over. All right.
Yes.
This is another movie I haven't seen. This is
Whoa.
a movie that I need to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many
You
people
do.
have told me to see it. Definitely love. It's from the late 90s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No.
70s.
Late 70s.
This is from
Late
the 70s?
Yeah.
70s.
Oh shit.
This is like
Okay, I thought
82,
this was
isn't
from
it?
the late 90s.
No.
But it's like a classic comedy movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's no way I won't like this movie.
You should watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he's got his drinking problem. The drinking problem's great. just keeps pouring glass.
Oh
on-
yeah, he keeps hitting himself in the eye with his
Is this the
glass.
one where they
He has a
said-
drinking
Pours it on-
problem.
I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Is that this one?
Yeah.
And and anybody sitting next to him kills himself because he keeps telling these stories to all these people.
Oh Jesus!
It's so good. I just keep thinking about all the fun stuff.
There's a guy in this movie who's posing, shooting with a baby.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Painting a picture. When
He's being
in a
painted.
flash. He's like, all right, you can take 5. And he just takes his leg out from around his head, puts the baby down, and is gone. It's like a soldier scene.
Yeah. So that is that a love or a
Crazy.
hate?
It's a love.
A love.
Oh, it's a love. I love this movie. I've seen it.
Now, Nick, when you do watch it, realize that it's like any other thing with comedy where it's like everything evolved from, like this was like an early, this is like, it's like when you watch old specials where people are like, oh, it's like so revolutionary. And you're like, okay, well, that's what everyone does now. And it's like, well, okay.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
like the
so
Beatles.
I gotta take this. This is like Monty Python, the Holy Grail era.
Totally. Yep.
Or like Caddyshack. That came out in 80, right? That's kind of the same, close to the same era.
Yeah, but it was after Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles was
that's another one of my favorite movies. That movie's fucking amazing. So, yeah. Okay. I like that era of comedy.
Yeah, this is one.
We just need to do a movie weekend with you, Nick.
I know.
And just get every single classic movie out of the way.
Just get all the movies out of the way, and I'll just be tired and angry for it.
Yeah.
Make me hate.
I hate people.
Just make me hate the history.
Then we'll
of
force
cinema.
you to do some camping reservations during it too, just icing on top.
Ooh, we could do like a camping movies.
A glamping movie night.
Projector.
Just ruin
Projected
the
onto
woods
some trees.
completely.
Yeah.
Isn't that what camping is? Ruining the woods.
I mean, some people do it better than others.
Get the inflatable
I
screen.
improve the woods when I'm out there.
Those are good.
Well, that is the last one. I just did 4, so kept it short. I hope you all had fun. And that concludes the Love It or Hate It Airplane Movie Edition.
Yay. All right. Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have
yeah.
anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
I did have a hate that I was going to... I hate corpse flies.
Corpse? Well,
Ooh.
Yeah, they're in my
I know.
house, and I don't know where the corpse is. So it's bothering me. I bought 2 bug zappers in the last week, and they're not going anywhere. Like, I don't know where the corpse is.
You gotta follow your nose.
I can't smell anything either. I don't know what's happening there, but I do hate corpse
Corpse
flies.
and COVID. Oh my god.
I started wearing masks and just so I could walk through my garage and not eat them. But yeah,
Oh my God.
no. Patty's on Sunday.
Yeah.
Come down to. That's where Paul did his first set.
Yeah.
He did a great job. We got to get him back out there.
Yeah, it's a fun room.
Open mic on Sundays in Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patty's.
and I'm probably gonna be there Sunday. Yeah. So it was really fun. It was just a cool room, and I felt comfortable, and yeah, it was. Thank
I'll
you.
let you go up again when you want, when you're ready.
I appreciate that.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate that.
You get one more of those, and then
And then
I'll
it's
put you wherever the fuck I
end
want.
the list.
Exactly. Gotta flex that power as the host. Yeah.
All right, Paul, do we have a sponsor or
Yeah.
Okay.
Just came through at the last minute. We have Off Deep Woods Spray now gets rid of corpse flies. So if you have to bury bodies in the woods too, this will take care of the corpse flies. Also works in home, but you do want to leave the windows open. So they did let me know. So that's our new sponsor, Ortho
the
Corpse Fly
Dahmer,
Spray.
the Dahmer off.
The Dahmer of Off.
The Dahmer special edition.
The collab, right?
It's a collab.
collaboration.
Yeah, it's collab.
Dahmer X off.
The Dahmer X Off.
Got a picture of the glasses on the can.
I'll see you guys all in hell.
Yeah.
We'll be there together.
All right. Good night, everyone. Have a good
Bye.
day.